microphone review, and I'm dipping back into the Shure waters. The surest waters around, the Shure waters. So listen, if you see that my lips are a little extra rosy red, I went back to 1994 and I had myself a popsicle. Popsicles are good, man, especially late at night. Mouth's all dry. Nothing quite like a popsicle. Love me some popsicles. So anyways, I have with me today the Shure PE50SP. That is a mouthful. Super Pro. Super Pro, bro. I love this thing. Honest to God. Not even joking. This is a 1970s Shure microphone. It's a vocal microphone. Supposedly very comparable to the SM58. And wouldn't you know it, I got an SM58. So we're going to find out what those comparisons are like for real. And let's take a look at this beautiful bastard. Oh, yeah. Very bright in the studio today. But yeah, this is a 1970s dynamic microphone. All metal grill. I tried to replace the grill with the best one I could find. This is a brand new grill. And it is extremely close to the one of the SM58, but it is a little taller, a little more oblong. Hopefully that doesn't change the sound too much. I'm guessing it won't. But we do have an on and off switch, and it does work. No matter if it's from the 70s, it still works just fine. So I'm not going to go by the whole name of this every time I talk about it, because, you know, it does say Super Pro right there on it, so we're going to call it the Super Pro. Now, the only thing I could find about this mic, other than it being heralded as SM58-like, is that it was the preferred vocal microphone at one point in the 70s from their catalog. I saw this and I had to have it. This is not a cheapy, obscure mic. I believe I paid $75 for this because I'm a sucker for vintage Shure microphones. So I had to have it, especially after reading about, you know, some of the things it said in the brochure of their microphones in the 70s, highly regarded for vocals. It does have an all-metal body to go with that metal grill. And, man, I really like the way this looks. This thing looks aged and almost like, what's the name of that? I even dabbled in a little bit of construction. Like galvanized. It looks galvanized. It's got that iron pipe look to it. Let's look at it again. See if you can see what I'm talking about. Little black specks all over it. Just galvanized, man. I love this mic. So I'm not going to waste y'all's time, y'all. I never say y'all. Why the heck that? Y'all. Maybe it's a Wu-Tang thing. Y'all. Love this mic, y'all. Love this mic, y'all. Green light. Not wasting any time. I love this thing. I love the way it sounds. I love the way it looks. I love the way it smells. I love the way it tastes. This is a wonderful Shure microphone. Probably one that I'm going to start doing, you know what? I've been in the habit of taking each microphone and doing a podcast with them. Next podcast of anyone else, my very lesser-known sister podcast to the Back Row Fantasy Show, I think it's got like 25 solid listeners each episode. Man, just really helps pay the bills. But I'm going to do some podcast episodes with this just so you can hear it more if you'd like to. Episode 21 of anyone else, it'll be on that one. This is what I'm going to use for episode 21. The last episode was 20. I used the Rockville RMM XLR. This guy's next up. So without further ado, let's compare this to the SM58 and see what we got. But first, I'm going to get up on it. This is what it sounds like if you get right up on the Super Pro. The Super Pro. Sounds like a game system. Super Pro. All right. we got our good buddy. We got our good buddy 10-4 SM58. Why does that look so much? The SM58 sits higher, but on the video it looks lower. Whatever. I don't know. So anyways, the one thing I found about these in my last test was they get the exact same decibels, the exact same peaks on the meter at the same level. Same level. I turn them up to the exact same level, and I get the exact same light on the meter when I talk into it. It was like it was meant to be. They were meant to be side by side. Here you guys go. That was lame. All right. So here we go. This is the Shure Super Pro, and now we're going to switch to the SM58. This is the SM58. First thoughts are the SM58 is a little darker, tad bit darker. And then we go back to the Super Pro, and to me, it's a tad bit brighter. Just a little bit brighter. And I'm going to say this, I think it has a little more clarity because the brightness isn't bright. It's not overly bright. It's just not as dark. And I honestly think this would cut through a mix better than the SM58. That's not to say it's a better microphone. I just think if you're recording, this would cut through a mix a little better. This would give you a little bit of a darker tone, which is something I actually like. I like darker tones. But let's do it again. Super Pro, SM58. SM58 to Super Pro. Now, let's sing about my famous Budweiser fridge. I've got a Bud Light fridge across the room. I said a Bud Light fridge across the room. When I sing about my fridge, it sounds like a 90s sitcom. So maybe I should just quit it. I have nothing that rhymes with that. Usually I can think on the fly pretty quickly. I couldn't do it this time. So there you have it. The Super Pro versus the SM58. First time I'm going to ask this. I would like to know in the comments which one you think sounds better. Or what did you hear in the comparison? Did you hear what I heard? And it was oh yeah. Do you hear what I hear? Do you hear what I hear? A mic, sitting in front of my face. Do they sound the same? I don't know. Yeah, I'll quit. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. I'm truly sorry. But do you hear the same things I hear? Is this a tad bit brighter with a tad bit more clarity? Or did this come through as clearly the superior mic? I don't think that's going to be the case. I think this is all preference. I think these mics are both excellent. But which one do you prefer? I really want to know. I'm going to post a Twitter poll about it. If you would like to vote on that Twitter poll, just follow me at Obscure Mics on Twitter. Find the poll. I'll pin it. Wonder if I can make that infinite. Like, doesn't end after 2 or 3 days? Probably not. Just tell me in the comments, which one do you like more? I'd love to know. Bark's out. Super Pro's out. Peace out. Obscure Mics.